Welcome back with Happy Chapai. So, looking at different situations and finding how sex makes us stupid. And it's probably why the whole media industry uses sex to advertise things, to promote a way of being in life. Yet, you look at situations in life that causes disasters, and you can nearly always bring it back to something sexual. Um, where we want something or want someone. And to get that, you have to do things in a direction for that. So it'll be something that magnetizes you to the sexual behaviors. And on our path towards that, we are always working towards that sexual meeting of two beings, where everything in between is circulated around that. Now, when you look at it that way, and then you start to look at yourself and how you are attracted in attracting a want in something that you see that you find attractive. But is it someone that you love, or is it just an attraction because of programming that you desire this being? Yet you meet the person and you find out that there's no attraction there. Yes, they may be beautiful on the outside, but in comparison with yourself, in balance of life and who they are as a being, you might find that they're on a different end of the scale. And with that, the attraction disappears. It has only been lust, created from media that is programmed within you. And as them programs take place, you don't realize until you get to the destination. While wasted all your time and effort and energy into capturing what you thought that you desired, you realize that it wasn't. And so you go on and you move on to the next. I would say victim, but you're the victim. As you search for that love for another or of another for yourself, while missing out on the creations of the programming making you feel in a certain way. If you could stop to take notice, you could notice that it's the programming within you. And if you started to control and take action to reprogram oneself, you could find that love within you without looking for it in another. That's not to say that it's not there within another, but true love for the self will be within you. And to find it within another, you need to have found it within you to understand what you're looking for. Or you'll always be searching for something that you don't understand what it is, or where it is, or what you are searching for, because you've never found it within yourself. Being self-love. And until you find that, then you will never find it in another. Or maybe you could get lucky and find someone that had self-love within them. That it's something that you've been searching for, that they're willing to stop and give their energy to you to teach you how to find that love within yourself without actually looking for it of them, while loving you at the same time. But the chances of that is slim. Who's going to lower their expectations of someone so they can feel uncomfortable while you rise to the heights that you need to rise? And who says that you will? Maybe you could just take advantage of that person, which seems to be what happens when we get into relationships that are out of balance, where one is in a different frequency than the other. You will find that the lower frequency will do what they can to overpower that higher frequency in the relationship to have power. As what we do in the programming of media is look for someone that is on a higher frequency than us, which makes us feel uncomfortable in who we are. And so when we feel uncomfortable in who we are, we attack the one that we love, showing that it's not true love, it's a program created by the media. Where if you find someone on the balance of who you are, you might find that you could grow better, or grow quicker in who you are together, where it doesn't become a competition. I'm not saying that you see your partner as a competition, but if you look at your programming and your actions, that just might be what you're in. As you compete for the power in the household. And what we find is it's not how life's meant to be. You're not meant to be competing with another. You're meant to be supporting one another. Anyway, it's just my view. It was something I was watching and started to see that everything seems to be circulated around sexual behaviors and how it becomes disruptive to the rest of life. As it is a magical way to create in this life, and the most obvious is children. But that aside, the vibration it gives off, it's a creation magnet for anything that you want to manifest. But because we are distorted in the balance of life, in what we're vibrating from programming, it becomes a competition. That it's not in the vibrational field of energy in what we love, but what we believe we love, that we lust for through our programming. The illusion. As I say, you can see someone very attractive. The lust. But when you speak to them, that attraction disappears. Because you start to see the reality of who they are. And the way the media has created things for us to look good on the outside doesn't mean that we're going to be looking as beautiful on the inside. You will only know that when you know yourself. Or when it's too late, when you meet that person and get with that person, you start to realize that this isn't the person that you love, that you lusted for them because they look good on the surface. That's just my view. Each to their own. Be careful of your choices, why you're making them. If you don't love yourself, do you truly know what you love? Do you truly understand what you're chasing and why you're chasing it? And if it's something material outside of you, no matter what it is, and you're chasing it, there's a reason for that through your programming. If you don't know what that programming is, then you don't know who you are. You may believe you're making choices because you say that you're making them for you, but how did you learn them? How did you learn about whatever choice that you're making towards? How did you learn about it? Who told you? Where did you hear it from? What information did you hear about it? And what other information around circulates around that influenced you to want it? Because there was one point that you didn't know anything about it. So everything that you learnt about it made you want it. You didn't want it because you didn't know about it. You had to learn about it. So you were influenced by programs. This Happy Chapa, love and peace.